This is Rhonda Brooks, Farm Journal Media, and I'm with Diane Barnett, D-I-A-N-N-E Barnett, B-A-R-N-E-T-T, from Jacksonville, Illinois. And appreciate you taking a few minutes to talk to me, Diane. I wanted to ask you, just if you would, tell me a little bit what your season's been like this year.
Well, just like everybody, our season started out a dream. We're in the river bottom. The last 4 years, we've had wet conditions, and just could hardly believe how good it was.
Yeah.
And the old story is, if it's too good to be true, it usually is. And,
Yeah.
yeah. Everything went in good timing, early.
When did you plant?
We started corn March 30th in Adams County and Greene County both.
Uh-huh. And is that quite a bit, is that earlier than normal for you?
Yes, we usually wait for the crop insurance date.
Mm-hmm.
So we were, a week and a half, 2 weeks early.
Uh-huh.
But in the river bottom, you usually take it when you can get it.
Yeah.
Because normal springs, you'll have a couple of chances to get it in. And if you don't get it in that time, you're waiting, for it to dry out, and you're going in late.
So, and how has how would you describe your growing season? I mean, I can guess, but...
Well, we started out, through the 1st of May, looking great. The last really good rain we had was May 18th, I believe was the date, just right in that vicinity. Had a good 2-3 inch rain. And since then, it's been tenths of an inch. We haven't had an inch rain really since then.
Really?
Except for Adams County, 3 weeks ago, they got an inch and a half. It was one of those Hail Marys. All it did was prolong the hurt.
Yeah.
So, just like every place else, we've just started dropping off, with the heat.
Yeah.
We pollinated good.
Really?
We pollinated excellent. We've got half of our acres in corn are underwater in Greene County, and about 25% of them in Adams County are underwater. Those look great, but we're spending a lot of money on fuel to irrigate.
Yeah.
So.
Are you 100% corn, or are you in a corn bean rotation?
We're a bean rotation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you had mentioned to me, and one of the reasons why I was interested in talking to you, that you're going to be in the field early.
Yes.
When do you think you're going to start?
3rd week of August is probably what we're looking at.
Really?
Yeah. The irrigated, we'll start bringing it down naturally and start pulling back the water as we find the transpiration and respiration, bring her down, because those are looking at really good yields under the water.
Okay.
We don't hold them that way.
Under dry land in these conditions, how are you deciding when you're going to start?
We're probably going to start a little bit higher moisture than maybe some other guys. We're probably going to start around 28 if we've got good tower dryers, both locations. Mm-hmm. So we can start drying it, slow drying and putting in the bins and then start hauling it out. Because I fully expect to be done, middle of September with corn harvest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you think, how's standability? I mean...
Right now, we're good.
Yeah.
Right now, we're good. I haven't really, until this last week, then we started seeing a little bit of cannibalization of the stalks.
Uh-huh.
But this last week was we went over the cliff. The corn just really, the yield potential dropped off. I would say 2 weeks ago, we were still looking at 120 bushel in dry land. When we did our tests just this last 2 days, we are down to about 80.
So in 3 weeks, you went from a possible 120 bushel per acre down to 80.
We figure if another week like we've got here without any rain and not slowing that temperature down a little bit, it may be down to 70. I think we'll stop at 70. I think we'll make 70 on dry land.
Okay. What are you going to do with this corn? I mean,
We are not planning on storing it. A lot of the guys are fearful that we'll start seeing some aflatoxin and that come in, and just a little bit leery on storage. We've got storage at both farms. We'll probably store the better grain, that comes off the irrigated fields and that. And a lot of that in our area, we're non-GMO hybrids.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, we have major premiums. I have premiums that run anywhere from 50 cents to 90 cents a bushel.
Wow.
And a lot of that's on call, but I fully expect those elevators to call it earlier than normal. I mean, sometimes they won't call till February or March.
Mm-hmm.
So I would think they're going to be calling it in. As soon as they get their barges, they're going to get it in and get it out and know where they stand on their contracts.
Okay. Should I refer to that? That's the end of my questions. Two last things. Barnett Farms, or how should I?
Actually, I work for the Adwell Corporation.
Okay. But do you farm? Does your family farm?
My family farms.
I'd rather reference your family farm.
That's
I don't mind mentioning that you work for someone, but
Everything I've talked about, irrigation and the river bottoms, those are Adwell.
okay. How you spell that?
ADWELL.
Okay. Is that a farm or
It's a farm in the 4th, 5th generations.
Adwell Farms? Okay. And you personally farm?
And I personally farm with my husband,
Okay. And his name?
Rick Barnett.
Barnett.
And
okay.
we're at Bluffs, which is 20 miles west of Jacksonville, right
Okay.
along the Illinois River.
Can you spell that for me?
BLUFFS.
That's what I thought, but I didn't want to make an assumption. Okay, last question. If I need to make one call back to you, could you give me a phone number where I
Sure.
could reach you?
217
217
248
248
1006.
1006. All right.